Greetings, the man who couldn't get the Samel, Rigil Agateiades here. Today we have the situation battle of the week, the Gundam Hijack. In theory, you get randomly allocated a suit in this mode, but I swear the game actually makes a pick on who gets what, since I never got the Samel after more than 30 games. Instead, I got the GBO2 for at least 6 times. But you know me, I don't really get on Gundams. So today, we're on the poor Gym Kai instead. Now, to know how tough things are for the gyms, let's start with the team compositions. Based on the episode where Gato steals the Gundam GP2, in this situation battle, we have the 2 Gundams against each other and a bunch of scrubs getting butchered. Thanks to this setup, there's an ace on each side, so it actually feels relatively balanced as a situation battle. But not on a personal level. The highest cost suits in the match are of course the Gundams. At 550 and with unknown amounts of modifications, they can easily do 6-digit damage and sometimes even over 200,000 in good hands. Those two aside and you have a bunch of 400 cost suits trying to survive. But when I said 400 cost, that's just what cost they're set at, not where they're actually from. The Dom Tropen and the Powered Gym are from 350. And the Zaku2 late models are from 300. Finally, and miserably, the Gym Kais are the only ones from 200. Not the best situation to fight in, but thankfully the Gym Kai isn't a problematic suit in the first place. With a trusty old Hyper Bazooka, this suit can at least do the most basic bazooka down attack combo. And absolutely nothing else. Yep. Other than the Hyper Bazooka, you only have a Vulcans and a Beam Saber. In fact, you don't even have melee combo controller, so the best you can do is a single down attack. With a long firing interval between each bazooka shot, trying to get away with ranged damage only also doesn't work, not to mention how that means you have to make every single bazooka shot count. The only remarkable plus on this suit is the high base health and the large shield. Say thanks when it blocks a strong stagger. You can also be grateful that you have balancers, I guess. Oh yeah, you also get personnel radar. It's just not particularly helpful against something twice your size. Things are obviously not in the gym's favor for this fight, but if there's one weapon to believe in Battle Operations 2, that would be the trusty old bazooka. With that precious instant stagger and the indomitable scrub spirit, it's possible to almost carry this situation battle by putting enemies down over and over. That won't work without knowing your enemy's weak points and exploiting them. So let's start with the biggest target, and the one you should keep track of all game, the Mighty Samel. A good Samel can beat absolutely everyone, and keeping out of his line of fire all the time is a must on this map. But when the time comes and you're face to face against the beast, the key thing to play around is his skill, Shock Dampeners. Ignoring even the stagger from normal melees, the only way to stop this monster is to steer behind him, exploiting his low turn rate and cannon depression, and then use a down attack directly. Leave your bazooka shot for whoever's protecting the Samel, and you might get the one crucial down attack in. Or just leave it to your Gundam who can take it down easily with Vulcans. Next up, let's talk about the enemy you'll face the most, the Dom Tropen. With 2 of them on the Zeonic team, one comes with a bazooka and the other a machine gun with a grenade launcher. Both suits are highly mobile and excellent at doing a lot of damage at range. With these 2, what you have to be careful about is their maneuver armor. Shooting them while they are on thrusters is meaningless, so always shoot them when they either ran out of thrusters or are busy meleeing someone else. The other thing to do is to keep yourself just out of their melee range. The deadliest weapon on the Dom Tropen is the rocket grenade, and they stagger instantly while doing huge damage, but it is very hard to hit. By keeping at a distance where the grenade struggles to turn fast enough, or where it opens them to getting punished because the release motion is long, makes them unable to use their rocket grenades on you. At this range, you can still use evasion if they stagger you with a bazooka or grenade launcher, and even if they get you, thanks to their low melee attack, you're likely to get away with not a lot of damage taken. Snuck a down attack on the GBO2 by hiding our beam saber in the building. Then an emergency evasion dodges the GBO2 down attack, and that's the tropen down for us as well. Certainly don't mind some free damage delivered to our door as we put 2 hits onto the GBO2. As I've said, maneuver armor just wastes your bazooka shot, but if you're at close range, they still can't hurt you as much, especially if they got the machine gun and knock the bazooka. Their hit saber is also shorter than your beam saber, giving you an advantage at melee fights. Teammate forced out the tropen's evasion, and we know our bazooka will stagger. Put him down without a risk of getting countered, and that's some juicy damage. Only if the Samel wasn't looking this way. Finally, we get to the biggest threat, but the biggest opportunity at the same time, the Gundam GP2. At first seemingly unbeatable with the gigantic shield and strong stagger on the not-so-nuclear bazooka, but it actually has a huge weak point. It has no emergency evasion. This means if anyone on your team gets a stagger in, it is a guaranteed down. Being a raid type means you also get 30% more damage on him, and if your team gangs up on it, even the mighty nuke-proof Gundam doesn't stand long. To stagger him, wait for him to stop his thrusters, and then fire at the ground around his feet, and the blast radius can get around the shield. Easy down attack if that goes through, and with a large hitbox, you can sometimes even down him with a raw attack if he wasn't looking. The gym may be against most odds in this game mode, but never underestimate what a single bazooka can do. With countless downs and a lot of damage on the GPO2, we managed to do almost 6 digits in damage with just a bazooka and single down attacks. Know your opponent's weak points well, put every single bazooka shot to good use, and you'll contribute greatly even on a suit that's originally 350 cost lower. That's it from me today. Latest.